So what if I told you that this black book right here is worth $800? But in this black book is all of the ideas that I have concocted over the years. It has propelled me. It has landed me in the space that I am in today. With Just Be Simple, streaming, YouTube. Everything that I'm doing today was written down in this black book when I was in high school, 16, 17. It's for $800 for sale. Would you buy it? Okay, what if this is a channel with 1 million subscribers and people are dying for a book of ideas, a book of $1 million ideas? Would you buy it? $800. Now, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, and I disagree. Imitation is the lowest form of success. The lowest form of wealth is imitation. If you can imitate somebody else's blueprint, then you will be able to make under their income because you are imitating and implementing their life into yours. You're not them. They're one of one in their space, and you're attempting to be one of two. People hear it. People hear the sound. People hear the copycat. People know it. People smell it. It's a universal scent. So this black book has had a supply and demand, has had you wrapped in a frenzy. Why? Because you have been wrapped in the condition of consuming. It's a conditioning. It's a washer, no dryer. You have been wrapped in a washer machine over and over again, and you don't know how to get out. Now, this video is to progress you in your consuming journey because there are so many different levels of what it is to be a consumer in this consumerism society, this microwave success, FOMO, fear of missing out society, that you put a black book that somebody else made that propelled them in their space, in their career, to upwards of millions of dollars. And you think that this book is going to do the same for you. Now, your why is different than mine. Your why is interchangeable. Now, you watching this video, you may have a strong urge to wake up and watch everybody else's life, and you scroll through the Snapchat, the TikTok, the Facebook, the Instagram, the X, the YouTube, the Twitch, and you scroll and you watch and you see, but you failed to ask yourself, how am I feeling today? You failed to self-assess. So the first thing you do when you get your day started is you make them your ringtone. You don't set the tone for your day. You don't set the tone for your day. Now, this black book, is it worth $800 to you? This is the channel with 1 million subscribers. Is this black book worth it? These ideas withheld in this book. I wrote this when I was 16, 17 in high school. Brought me to who I am and where I'm at today. Is it worth it to you? Now, this is the product. Now, it may not be. But I'll give you this analogy. It's all a party. How you view a party is different from how I view a party. And it's very different from how he views and she views. How I view a party is more on the intimate quality, the qualitative side. A party is qualitative in the aspect of I am reaching out to intimate, relatable individuals who I know is going to come to said event said party, and enjoy themselves, regardless of how many people they think is showing up, how popular you are or aren't, how much clout you have, how much motion you got. It's not predicated on that. My definition of a party is quality people coming together for a quality, very high quality experience. Is that your definition? Or is your definition the generic, we're going to call everybody to see who pulling up, see who going, check on the hoes, see where they at, see what they doing, call Uber, scoop up, get the gas money. And it happens, right? It's phases. But you learn by other people's lies and their falsehood, you learn how to create your own meanings and your own definitions. Because if you are not able to explain the way that you think, see, and feel of your state of mind, your stature, then it was given to you. It's the book of lies you're reading. It's not the book of truth. And this book is my truth. This book has propelled me to where I'm at today. Now, with consuming, with this consumerism society, you have to understand, you have to decompress from the convectional heat of the moment, because every time you go scrolling, there's always something new to be upset about. There's always something new to get your emotions rise. There's always something new to get your emotions on the rise. And the more we think about it, the condition will never change. It's going to be governmental situation, political situation, societal situation, a new wave, a new trend, a new challenge. It's always going to be something new. That's what we tell ourselves, but it's just revolving. Nothing new is under the sun. So you having your consumer-based mind, you will be trampled. You being a consistent consumer and not changing that ability and changing that frequency in your mind to knowing what it's like to be an owner, to be a producer, to conduct something, to conduct an event, to exercise your leadership, your aggression, your assertion. If you only know one side of the coin, whenever the other side makes its way to you, you're going to be shell-shocked. And that's what we call the dark night of the soul. Your life is going to be flipped upside down because you were never aware of this life that has always been here. It's always been here. Being a consistent consumer, being addicted to consuming is the equivalent of being a nice, people-pleasing person. You have to have some ruthless savageness to your character. You have to, especially nowadays. You will get misused, used, disrespected. You will be intolerable to be around unless you have something that is an offer for them. Without that offer, without that valuable flag in the sand, they don't want you around. And so going back to this black book, FOMO, you see everybody else at the party talk about the black book. You hear it, you see them. They on their phones snickering, looking at the black book. They ordered it. Somebody's came in already and they purchased it. So you feel as if you're lacking. You're inadequate now. You're not good enough because you don't have the newest and the latest and the top of the tip. You don't have that. So you feel less than. You feel like you have to compete with them just by getting something that they have. That's a fallacy. That's a book of lies. So once you break down this code, you break down this code of setting the tone for your day, prioritizing your main events, your priorities. Turn your phone off. Turn your phone off, as hard as that may sound, as difficult as that may come across to you. Turn your phone off. Turn your PC off, turn your laptop, iPad. Do not give yourself excuses to bullshit. Because trust me, if you do, you'll give yourself a lifelong full of them. And by being tough on yourself, as well as having that toughness, that mental toughness and that mental fortitude, you're going to win. You're going to be fulfilled because you are living outside of the social media parameters. So what consumes most doesn't consume you. Other people's projections doesn't move you because you realize they're simply projections. 3 things. Don't believe yourself, don't believe me, and don't believe anybody else. Don't believe them. Because you have to question. You have to question everything. Are they giving me a book of truth, a book of love, because love is truth and truth is love, or are they giving me a book of lies? Have they recreated the cover and instead of the snake skin print, they flipped it around and did cheetah print? Just because that was the new trend, that was the new wave at the moment, and you bought it. You fell for the bait. Now you're a victim. You're not a victor. You're a victim. And you fall into that trap the more you give yourself excuses. So settle this once and for all. You are more than great as you are. Being unique is being you. Being genuine, being authentic, being transparent is being you. Your essence, your quirkiness, your weirdness. That's what makes you one of one. So your black book is signature to you and nobody else. And even if you do put out to the world a black book of love, the right people are going to find it. The right people are going to find it, and you don't have to overexert and overcompensate. You don't have to stress. You don't have to worry. You don't have to feel guilty. You don't have to feel as if you are undeserving of this truth, of this knowledge, of this insight, of this love. All is the mind, and mind is all. That's the universe. The universe was built on unconditional love. Universe. We are under one verse, which is one song, one beat. But you've gotten distracted and got on theirs, which is the beat of lies. So choose wisely your next move.